The frozen tundra of Municipal Stadium made footing tenuous, and defense prevailed most of the day.
Okay, we have kickoff here in just a second. Let them know I'm ready for the semifinal in Frozen Tundra. My system's running a little bit slow. Ready? When you are. And with that, we will switch it on over to full screen. We have the Rams and the Seahawks. The winner will face Portland, who defeated my Falcons last night. Everything moving a little bit slow tonight. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay. We have, it looks like, Rams ball to start us off. Make sure everything's working okay here. It looks like we're good. Oh, we don't want that. Instead, we want that. Okay. So it's a 1st and 10 from the 25 to start us off for the Rams. Long pass. AJ Green. Nobody's back there. Double teaming Mixon. Incomplete on Brady's fine long pass card. One of the best. Not the best, but one of the better ones in the set. And we'll set up shop here. Probably should have increased my view, but so you could see things a little bit. Another long pass time, this time to Deshaun Jackson, again incomplete on Brady's card. But the way the computer's running, I think we're just going to keep it the way it is. So a quick 3rd and 10. See Seattle creeping up 2 0-man opportunities there. Seattle didn't leave the zone all that often. Averaged 0.7 men in zone on long passes, which is good for 6th in the league, but came up on both of those first 2 plays. And now we see a shotgun for Brady here. Patterson joins him in the backfield. He brings no pass block, but there's no blitz coming. Seattle did produce a good amount of sacks this year. Short pass, Jackson. 4-man in zone, guessed right. Just a little bit of pass rush coming complete on Jackson's card. And we have a quick 3 and out. Rams punted 6 times fewer than their opponents during the season. Good for 8th in the league. But a quick one here, 55 yards. And Seattle takes over at their own 20. Seattle, Russell Wilson trying to make a run here with this Wilson card, which will be quite different than next year's Wilson card. Went over last night in the broadcast. Dennis went over his acquisition of Wilson, which included Derek Carr in the deal. Looks like we have some subs coming in for Seattle. Seattle, the 2nd highest run percentage in the league behind my Falcons. At 51% of the time, Seattle ran the ball this year. And they faced the run call more than anybody else, 37% of the time. This offense faced a run call from the opposing D. 37%. Yeah. So that ranked highest in the league. Looking pass Gordon on first down and just 2 yards. Let's take a look at the defense of the Rams, number 2 seed Rams. Average against the run, good against the pass. And Seattle comes in good. Blocking back, a blitzing 3-4. Seattle did not have much trouble handling the blitz this year, but you see a pretty stout pass rush there. The 1-1-1 roll means nothing in injuries when their injuries are off, so we get the loss of 1, 3rd and 9. Could have been devastating. Dreaded 1-1-1 roll. And now with quick 3rd and 9 for Seattle as well. Team finished 16th in 3rd down conversions on offense. While this Ram defense, number 1 in the league in stopping 3rd downs. So tall order here for the Seattle offense. Short pass, Julio Jones. 3 men in zone. He's going to get flushed. Needs 9 yards. Gets 13. First down on the dump off. Up to the 34. 1st and 10. See if we can pull up the regular season. See if these teams faced off. Come back to that in a second. Too tight. Long pass. Guessed wrong. Man is there, and he's a 6. Incomplete on Everett's card. So it goes to an off receiver and pays the price with the receiver coming up on Wilson's card, in that case, 2nd and 10. So hard to see here, but let's see if we can pull it out. Seattle versus the Rams. Yeah, right there. And it was a 25-22 Ram win on the 2nd and 10. Flat pass, Williams. Nobody's home. Lots of blitzers coming. 7 yards. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 situations is one spot where Seattle likes to sort of pull the rug out. Leads the league in short passing, 3rd in long passing in terms of rank on this down in situation. Let's see if they cross up tendencies, as we tend to do in the playoffs. Ingram's in the backfield in this too tight set. No blitz coming, and here is a draw. Guessed right, sniffed out beautifully. Love when you cross up tendencies. 4th and 3, and the punting unit's on. Nathan right on top of it. 50-yard punt to the 9. Going to have to return it. Gets 11 yards. So Rams' second possession will start out the 20-yard line. Rams running right behind those Falcons and Seahawks. 3rd in the league in running at 47%. We saw 3 pass attempts on the first series. Look in pass here. Mike Evans. Man is there. Guessed right. Gets a short gain on the 3 roll. Avoids the INT split. Instead gets 12 yards. Rams come into the game as the 23rd ranked flat passer. Off tackle Mixon. 2nd lowest in the league. Gets 2 yards. Guessed right. 2nd and 8. A lot of Nathan splits are what you like to see. Looking pass here is good for 7, so 3rd and 1. A lot of running and a lot of long passing. So 3rd and run, 2nd and long passing throughout the regular season for the Rams this year. On this 3rd and 1, we see 3 wide with Mixon back there. Mixon pretty good at getting a yard, especially off tackle, where he has a couple +1s guessed right in key spots on his card. Let's see what he dials up here. It's a spot where he likes to go deep. He's doing a lot of that so far today. Stays away from it here. Goes looking past. The 6 is there, and he's sacked. 6-yard loss on a 25% chance of a sack. The 8 comes in, 4th and 7, and we will see another punt from the Rams, who seem to be thinking about it from their own 35. And they do decide to punt. Seattle leading the league in punt returns this year. 50-yard punt. Grant with the return. Touchdown! 85 yards, right on cue. You see the league leading Seattle Seahawks get a punt return score and take a quick 6-0 lead. It's something you'd consider coming into this game, whether you wanted to kick to Grant or not. Averaging 21.5 as a team on punt returns this year. And it shows up there in a big way halfway through the first quarter. 7-0 Seattle. Three wide versus 3-3-5. Flat pass, Gronk. Incomplete. Finds the hole on Brady's card, 2nd and 10. So many of Nathan's splits are long pass or run. And here you see the long pass correctly sniffed out, and another sack comes in. Marcus Golden. And we see that pass rush of Seattle show up. Teams both have strong pass rushes. Seattle finished 5th in the league in sacks, 6th in win percentage. Gets one there. And it's a 3rd and 21 hole for the Rams. Three wide, flat pass, nobody home. Deshaun looking for a big one here, just gets 7. And it's 4th and 14. From his own 21, it's hard to coffin corner when you're pinned back inside your own 40. Kicks away. And it's Hardman this time. Another good 6 for a gain, but he gets a 7 instead, 13 yards. So between Hardman and Grant, those are weapons. 1st and 10 for Seattle, out at their own 30. Linebuck. Gordon, man is there. Left guard can't make the block. 2nd and 10. Blitzing 3-4 here. Blitz coming in on Everett, who's a 4. And the Rams, talked about Seattle's prowess pass rushing, while the Rams best them. Number 1 in the league in a lot of categories. Number 1 in contests created, and won't create one here. Long pass gets strong and complete. 3rd and 10. Number 1 sack contest. Number 1 in total sacks, 48. Number 3 in sack win percentage, a 36% sack win percentage. Pinned him back for 7.3 yards per sack, too, which is good for 2nd in the league. So, it's a team that relies on the sacks, needs a few, presumably, to get a win. 3rd and 10. Stays in the blocking back formation. As we'll do a quick linebacker check here on contain. There's no zeros there, but there are some opportunities with the right white die. Long pass. Nobody home, lots of blitz coming, and he gets him. Quinn gets in for a 5-yard loss. Below average. Less than a 7-point-something. Anyway, 4th and 15. And the Rams force a punt. 46 yards back is Chester Rogers on the return. Fair catch. Rams give it another go from their own 29. 4:48 left first quarter. Both these teams finishing up in the standings, just a loss of one on the 3 wide, 1 white die, second and 11. Up in the rankings in passing and rushing, offense, defense, you name it, hard to find a weakness. But each team has a weakness. For flat pass to Gronk on second and 11, gets 5, makes it a 3rd and 6. For the Rams, their only weakness really shows up in run defense, where the numbers get pedestrian. 18th in the league in rushing yards against, 9th in rush average. I mean, not so bad. And for the Hawks, it really is passing. 19th in completion percentage is interesting with Wilson. 18th in yards, last in league in completions, looking past to Gronk on this 3rd and 6. Can't find it on Gronk's card. That's where you want it to go. But incomplete, and it's another punt for the Rams, which is danger zone. Kick into these Hawks. His own 33, 58 yards, and that gets him to the number 2 back 2, which is what he's looking for. Hardman looking for that 28-yarder. Can't find it. Fair catch. So, Rams get the job done there with a decent punt, and more than a decent punt, and putting Seattle inside their own 10. 3 minutes left first quarter, still 7-0. Off tackle, sniffed out, guessed right, on Gordon's card, no gain, 2nd and 10. Too tight. Facing a 3-4 blitz here. And it's a no gain. Finds the 0 on a big chunky penny card. Both these teams like to call pass. Rams only call run 18% of the time. Good for 22nd in the league, 3rd from the bottom. Seattle calls run 22% of the time, 18th in the league. Blocking back formation on this 3rd and 10 again. Gives the opportunity for lots of doubles. Short pass, Gordon. Just 3 men in zone, not doubling him. Incomplete. Went to Gordon's receiver card. So it's the box you put yourself in, blocking back 3rd and long. You know you're going to get doubled up pretty strong. You have to go to the alternate receivers, and gets receiver reading, and the Melvin Gordon can't haul that in. So 4th and 10, another punt. 48 yards net after a weak punt, but it bounces 11 yards. And that puts the Rams at their own 43, their best starting field position, nonetheless. Coming out 3 wide. It's a looking past Mike Evans. He's double teamed. Looking for the pick is Seattle. They just miss it. 2nd and 10. All the flat passing. Mike Evans really was not a target. He ranked 120th in league in flat pass targets this year, but he's been seeing a lot so far. Short pass, A.J. Green. Incomplete. And I imagine we're seeing those look-ins because he's facing a 6. I imagine that's why we're seeing Evans. Get verified on that in just a second. But you're going to tend to throw a look-in up against the 6 because you assume you're not going to get doubled. So I think that's what's going on here as far as all the Evans looks on the look and pass. Brady starting out. Yeah, you see Evans versus the 6, Jalen Ramsey. Brady starting out 4 of 11. Just 31 yards. So under 3 yards per attempt so far for Tom Brady. 3 wide. Andrews checks in for Gronk. It's a long pass to Deshaun. One man's back there. Blitzer's coming. And he's sacked. Kenny Clark gets in. The nose, just a 27% chance. One of the lower percentage chances on the chart. But he hits it with another random roll of 8. So 4th and 21. Put those sack yards in there too, and Tampa Bay pass offense has not produced much. Hardman again, now from the 16. And McCole Hardman gets 13. 1st and 10 for Seattle out to the 29. tough special teams matchup there on the punts, and it's really come, obviously, the touchdown. But we've seen it a lot. It's either the fourth or fifth punt already. Flat pass. Guess wrong to Max Williams. It's stopped on the 4 white die. 2nd and 10. Little bailout there for the Rams D. And now we see a 2nd and 10 spot. Too tight. Blitzing 3-4. Flat pass. Max Williams. Keeping him home. Just 2 yards. The Rams finished 16th in the league in flat pass looking past men in zone on defense. 0.95. So a little bit vulnerable there. As Nathan likes to send his linebackers when he can. But 2 plays, 2 yards. Good results for those Rams D defenders with men in zone. Another flat pass, this time with nobody in zone. And it's incomplete. Gets it on the defensive card, goes to receiver. Gabriel Davis can't bring it in. 4th and 8, forces a punt. And it's the punt show. Chester Rogers gets 5, avoids the fumble on 3. 1st and 10 up to the 24-yard line. And the Rams will give it another go. Sticking with the 3 wide. Long pass, A.J. Green. Man is back there as a 6. Against his good D. Going to get flushed. Brady. Incomplete to Mixon. On Mixon's card. Not a very good flat pass right card. Okay. He's better in yak leagues out there. He's one of those guys, good yak, bad card. Well, I say bad card. Get that +7, +6 makes it okay. But he's more of a yak guy. 2nd and 10. Does bring some long pass catches, though, I believe. See James Robinson in here on this 2nd and 10. Too tight now instead of 3 wide. Gives him the threat of the short gains on Robinson's card, obviously. Not blitzing in the 3-4. Here is a guessed wrong opportunity, but it goes over to the card of Seattle. 1 linebacker in zone. Loss of 2. Anzalone makes a play. And he's just a 4, but the 4 comes in again. Loss of 2. And now, once again, the Rams face a 3rd and long. Spending a lot of time behind the sticks. Should take a peek at the box score here at some point. A short pass to Green on this 3rd and long. And he brings it in. Beats, I believe, a 4 to get 15 yards. So the box score coming into that play had the Rams with 18 plays and just 2 yards, a 0.1 yard per play. Well, that improved there on that big 3rd down conversion. Guessed wrong. Flat pass, 11 yards. Mike Evans again. He went in the flats, got the dreaded 10 up against that 6, but it went to the offensive card. And that's yards. Incomplete on guessed right. 11 yards guessed wrong. 1st and 10 up to the 48-yard line. Robinson in the game, now going too tight. Again, flat pass to Evans against that 6. 4 in the zone means on the 6 white die, a short gain. On the roll of 7, 18 yards into Seattle territory at the 34-yard line. Rams finally on the move. Short pass gets wrong, 11 yards up to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Momentum kicking in. Tough spot here as you approach the red zone for the Rams. Might try to see him strike from out here. Rams last in the league in red zone efficiency on offense. Meanwhile, the Seattle defense number 1 in the league. Off tackle Robinson. Guessed wrong. Opportunity, short gain, 17 yards to the 6. So gets a nice start here for his first red zone opportunity. Just 6 yards to go to cash in. Full house backfield. Let's see if the red zone D of Seattle shows up. Guessed right. 1st down. Just a yard. 2nd and goal from the 5. Rams nice balanced attack on 1st and goal. 11th in the league in run, 14th in passing. That's where you want to be. That's one tendency everyone tends to look at. What's your first and goal tendencies? Nice to be split up like that. Second and goal from the 5. Full house versus a non-blitzing 3-4 here. And keep him back for the INT. It's a guessed wrong opportunity for Mixon. Needs 5 yards. It goes to discard. Short gain touchdown. 7-6. Let's see. Line up for 1 with the very, very strong kicker, Graham Gano, who is 2-12, and it is good. So we are tied at 7, 8:42 left in the half. Important drive for the Rams. Who were really going nowhere before that drive. Literally. At 0.1 yards per play before that drive. And this is curious to see what it changed to. You can catch that right now. Up to 3.2. Okay. Linebuck. Gordon. Guessed wrong. Gets a 0. Gets a short gain. 17 yards. Out to the 42-yard line. First and 10. 8:06 left. Second quarter. Seattle second in the league in running on first down and 10. Blocking back formation. Short pass. Godwin. Lots of blitzers coming. Complete. Gets the X on the black die. Goes to Wilson's card on the 9 roll. So avoids the INT split. First and 10 up to the 45 of the Rams. Short pass. Gordon guessed right. 3 men. Gordon once again to his card. Can't haul it in. Second and 10. Interesting going to the back in that situation. Rams, not a big double teaming team, finished 18th in the league in double teams with 199 attempts, 19th in league in success. As we see, Max Williams get 20 yards out in the flats, and it's first and 10 up to the 25. Two teams that don't go to the flat very often. Just talked about the Rams, 23rd, and Seattle. That's a touchdown, 25 yards to Max Williams. I was about to say Seattle 22nd in the league, and both the teams working the flats against their tendencies, and Seattle in particular with success. 14-7. Touchback. The Rams find themselves in the same hole they were not too long ago. Down a touchdown. Too tight. Moving away from the 3 wide. It's Robinson in the backfield. It's a long pass. Andrews, guessed wrong. Incomplete on Andrews' card. I think every one of his receivers would have brought that in. Andrews cannot. Second and 10. Too tight versus 3-4. James Robinson has picked up a short gain so far. That's what you want. This is a team that likes to run or long pass in this spot. Trying to catch another guessed wrong long pass. Instead, it's a flat pass. Yet again, love it. Mike Evans, nobody home, 15 yards. Saw a lot of flat passes in the quarterfinal by the Rams, which is more dictated by the defensive formation they were facing. Going up. Love you. And now first and 10 out to the 40. Into the flats, this time to Robinson, and he can't pick it up guessed wrong with the blitzer coming. He was uncovered, 2nd and 10. Another guessed wrong drop for this receiving corps. Stays too tight. Up against the 34. Flat pass, guessed wrong. Mike Evans gets 9 of it. 3rd and short here. Likely 2-down territory unless something goes very wrong here on this 3rd and 1. Third and 1 situations. Rams do like to go deep. Had 34 of these spots in the regular season, finished 20th in guessed right percentage, so often get called correctly. Let's see what happens here in the full house formation. It's guessed right. Brady going for a yard. Can't get it. Loses 2. Must make Nathan rethink the possibility about going for it here on 4th and 3. Probably had his heart set on it. Might be tough to pull him away, but I'm guessing that he will pull away and punt. Let's see here. The longer it takes, the more likely he goes for it. Too tight with Mixon. I don't have my Mixon chart up here, but I'm not sure where his best spot to get 3 yards is. I should probably grab that chart. Too tight. Against a non-blitzing 3-4. Interestingly. I like to get that free safety up into the mix. On these 4th and shorts. He's a 6-6. Yeah, no kidding. Short pass, Mark Andrews. He's double teamed beautifully. It's incomplete. Was hoping for a dump off. Couldn't find it. And Seattle takes over with the lead. End the ball here with 3:36 left, and I believe they also get the ball at the half. So big opportunity now for the Hawks. This team loves to go to their tight ends and properly sniffed out. Another one sniffed out well. Double team on Godwin, incomplete. Gronk finished 27th in the league in targets. Andrews 28th in the league in targets. So 2 top 30 target guy at tight end. Worthy of it, given their card. 2nd and 10 now. It's a guessed right run, and Treader cannot make the block. Gets the 6 white die. Just 2 yards, 3rd and 8. Big stop there. Fortunate stop there, although he did guess right. 3rd and 8. Once again, Seattle sticking with the blocking back, showing the blitz now, can still double team with the safety, and he guesses right. Beautifully done. Sniffed out by the Rams. There's 2 coaches that know each other well. You see that coming here with these defensive calls. Just great defensive calls last couple series, really all game long. 2:06 still time. It's a 37-yard punt. It's coffin corner, so just 24 yards, and the Rams get decent field position here at the warning, considering that they gave the ball up at midfield. Gainwell makes an appearance in the backfield. It's an off tackle to Gainwell. And Kenny Clark, the only 6 nose tackle in the set, gets it on the 6 white die. No gain, 2nd and 10. Clock ticks down to 1:37. Flat pass, Gainwell. It's 5 yards. Not looking to get out of bounds. 107 on this 3rd and 5. 3 wide with Mixon. Long pass. AJ Green almost intercepted. 4th and 5 with a minute left here in the half. What will Lee do? He's going to have to punt away. No, he coffin corners it. It goes 39 yards. Works out well enough. So risky move there. Risky either way. I mean, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Decides to coffin corner with 52 seconds left. Time to check the Seattle kicking. It's Badgley. Can't do much long, which may have dictated the move to coffin corner. Short pass. Everett. 3 men in zone. Going to get flushed on a 48% chance. 5 yards. Timeout taken. 3-3-5. Penny in the backfield looking for that home run. Flat pass to him against a 0. Gets 6. Good enough for the first down. Out of bounds. 37 seconds left. Badgley needs to get up to the 32-yard line to have a decent shot. Draw to Penny. Looking for the big one. Gets the dreaded 5 instead. Another timeout. 1 left now for Seattle. 30 seconds left. Max 5 plays. Blocking back formation on this 2nd down. Against the 3-3-5. It's a draw to Penny. He just gets 3. Brings up a 3rd and 7. Clock down to 22 seconds left. Stays not blocking back on 3rd down. Can bring the blitzer and do other things. It's a flat pass to Gordon. Going to get 5. Make it 4th and 2. Let's see what he does with the clock here. Both sides do. Well, you can't do much for Seattle. Let's see what the Rams certainly can't spike it. So 1 second. From 46 yards out. Stays blocking back on this 4th and 2. Gordon is a home run threat. Even on the line buck. Maybe perhaps especially on the line buck. He can burn your guest wrong. Seattle content to take that chance, I'm sure. Sorry, the Rams content to take that chance on defense. So on this final play of the first half, Seattle with a 14-7 lead, 46 yards from pay dirt. See if they can pick it up. It's just a looking pass. Nobody home. Sorry, man is there. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. On the interception split, just 2 and 3. 7 comes up. End of half. 14-7 Seattle leads. Seattle getting the ball. I'm going to step aside for just a second. back. Put Seattle at their own 25. First half stats. Teams both had one drive apiece, so imagine they're pretty even, and they are. Both under 4 yards of play. Both very low third down. Both missed on a fourth, although Seattle's was sort of a Hail Mary situation. This time, Treader makes the block for 10 yards, 1st and 10. Going back to Mixon, getting 3 yards guessed right. His best chance is end run, where he has 11 chances. Going back to that. Line Buck Gordon. 3 wide, up against the blitzing 3-3-5. Look-in pass. Everett. Incomplete. You see an adjustment here from Nathan, keeping those linebackers back a little bit. Saw that adjustment pretty much from late in the first quarter. It didn't work out on the one long Seattle drive where they caught a couple 0-men situations, or 6 white guys. I think a little mix of both. Blocking back here against a 3-3-5. Again, a blocking back on 3rd down. It's a flat pass to Penny. Nobody's home, needs 10 yards. Just gets 7, 4th and 3. With the lead from their own 42. Decision for Seattle. They'll punt. Johnston goes 50 yards from the 8. Going to have to take this one out. Fair catch. So, pin them back nicely. Again from the 2 tight. It's an off tackle. Guessed wrong to Robinson. Man in zone. Gets 8 yards on the 1-1-1. But hate to waste the snake eyes on that. Just 8 yards, but 2nd and 2 from the 16. Mixon would have gone for 25. To look at past Gronk. He's doubled up. 2 men in zone on top of it all. Incomplete. So 3 men in zone. Just couldn't find him. 3rd and 2. So Nathan has been facing some double teams on his tight ends. He has the receivers to burn him. Nobody home back there. I'm sure that's on both coaches' minds. How many times Seattle has gone to the well double teaming tight ends. He's got A.J. Green up against a 4. Both teams well aware of that as well. Here on this 3rd and 2. Andrews in with Gronk on the other side. Short pass. Guessed wrong. 3 men. It's complete for 12 and a 1st down. So rare 1st down conversion. 3rd down conversion, for either side. This puts them up to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Line Buck Robinson. Guessed wrong. Again, Kenny Clark's number comes up. Just a yard. 2nd and 9. Draw. Robinson. Guessed wrong. Opportunity. Going to get 7 yards. 3rd and 2. Ran to Mulata's side. He can make that block easily. Another third and short. Really interesting chess match here. Short pass again to Green. 3 men in zone. Green can't bring it in. 4th and 2 from the 36. Defenses are doing so well. These guys like to go for it on 4th, but these defenses are doing a pretty stellar job. But going for it nonetheless. I understand. Certainly when you're facing these punt returners too, it's extra incentive to go for it. 2 yards for Gainwell. I don't have a chart on him where he can find his 2 yards. Does he pull the string deep here? Does not. Flat pass. Sack possibilities exist. Incomplete on Evans' card. Seattle takes over at the 36. Well, nice play call by Nathan. Foiled on a pretty strong card from Evans. Couldn't bring it in. The receivers have not really been doing a good job for the Rams. And now Seattle's poised to take a 2-score lead here, starting from the 36-yard line. Short pass, Everett. It's picked. Big interception there, just the right time. Rams take over at their own 33. Goes to Wilson's card, 2 through 4 on the short pass. Gets the split roll to cash for the Rams. Flat pass is going right back to it. Evans incomplete. The 4 breaks it up. Second and 10 with Robinson. Short pass, Green. Blitzer's coming. The 4 makes the play again. Third and 10. 4s are wild. About 27 yards on average saved on those 2 plays by 4s. And now faces a 3rd and long. 8:24 now left third quarter. Patterson in the backfield. He's up against a 4 as well. He can catch very well. Short pass to Patterson. Up against that 4. 13 yards. Goes to Brady's card. Gets it done. Up to the 46-yard line. All that bad stuff's erased with a bailout 3rd down completion on your very strong quarterback's guessed right short pass column. That's what they can do. That's why you have a quarterback like that. It's a looking pass. 2 men there, almost intercepted, 2nd and 10. Gronk, just 1 catch, 5 yards. That must be 4 or 5 targets. Troubles on 1st down for the Rams so far. Here's an off tackle to Robinson. Guessed wrong. Opportunity, just going to get 5. Wanted more than that. 3rd and 5 now. Likely 2-play territory here. Three wide with Mixon. Zeros come in at the ends. Mixon not so good, end run wrong. Just 16 chances to get it around the end. On his card, guessed wrong. Long pass. Jackson. Nobody back there. Up against a 4. Opportunity. It's sacked. 53% chance. Not a big pass rush coming that time around. But Mixon 0 pass blocking comes back to get the Rams, and it's 4th and 15. Forcing a punt. Let's see if we get a coffin corner here. from the 41. We don't. Punting away, 59 yards away. Grant from the 11. Danger time. Grant's return is a fair catch. First and 10 for Seattle at the 11. 6:18 left, third quarter. Leading by 7 points are the Hawks. Linebuck Gordon guessed right up against that 0. Treader makes the block. 2nd and 5. Jeff Wilson now checks in. Excellent guessed right runner. It's a linebuck. Guessed wrong's fine too. Gets 15. First and 10 out to the 31. Wilson stays in the game. Flat pass Williams. Man is there. Gets 7 yards anyway. 2nd and 3. Now we see Madison. Carousel backs from Seattle. Madison didn't see a ton of carries this year. The flat pass to Williams, guessed wrong. Short gain on the defensive interception split. Goes to the offensive card for 18 yards. Into Rams territory at the 44. Wilson back in. Saw him run linebuck before. He ranked 24th in the league in linebuck attempts. 33rd in off tackle. Short pass, Julio Jones. 3 men there. Big blitz coming. Denzel Ward makes the play. On the 5 roll, he's a 5. 2nd and 10. Blitzing 3-4. Long pass Godwin. Lots of blitz coming. Nobody back there. Must run for 7. Avoided the 46% chance of a sack. Came up 64. 3rd and 3. Jeff Wilson. Good guy to get 3 yards when you need it. 14 chances. Linebuck right. Looking past Julio Jones. He's double teamed. He gets a yard. 4th and 2 from the 36. Likely going for it here. Jumps right into it with the blocking back with Wilson. Seattle 4th in the league in conversion attempts on 4th down. 5th in the league. Just 12th, though, in conversion. 13th in conversion on defense for the Rams. End run. Wilson. Guessed wrong. Opportunity here. Just needs 2, and he goes up empty with no gain. So he was clearly expecting the run call. That's why you go end run to Wilson there. This is a healthy 13 chances guessed right, but guessed wrong that same 13 chances. Off tackle Robinson. 4 yards. 2nd and 6. 13 chances. Guessed wrong end run. 27 off tackle. 27 linebucks. 2nd and 6. Off tackle, mix in. The guard makes the block. 1st down up to the 46-yard line. Waning moments of the 3rd quarter. Robinson in on this 1st and 10. First downs have been a struggle. Here's an opportunity to get some yards. Robinson just gets 1. Guessed wrong. 2nd and long again. It's a flat pass over to Andrews, and he can't bring it down the receiver card. Oh, these receivers from the Rams just not getting it done today. I guess they're due. Goes 3 wide on this 3rd and long. Brady's been able to come up with a couple of these lately. Needs to do it again. Flat pass Gronk. Double team, nobody home. So it would have been 1 man, 6 yards, 4th and 3. He'll go for it here from the 47-yard line of Seattle with 14:24 left in the 4th quarter. 3 yards. Talked about Mixon. His best shot guessed right is around the end. Gainwell's in. Guess I need to get familiar with this card here. Yeah, he's got a couple chances. Off tackle to Gainwell. Guess correctly. The nose tackle will make the play, but it's just good enough for a 4-yard stop. And that means it's a first down, a huge first down conversion for the Rams. Putting no linebackers up there pays the price. 1st and 10 from the 43. It's a long pass, guessed wrong. Opportunity. 1 man is back, incomplete on Brady's card. 2nd and 10. Short pass, guessed wrong. Another big opportunity. This time it's complete. The 4 cannot make the play on the 5 white die. First down. Up to the 31. Looking past 2 men there. It goes the defensive card. 2nd and 10. Again. Too tight. Gainwell in the backfield. Not blitzing out of the 3-4. Off tackle, guessed wrong. Man is there. Gainwell. Just gets a yard. Glowinski cannot make that block because he ran right. Would have ran left, he would have had 6 yards. 3rd and 9. Patterson in the backfield. Let's see if he keeps those zeros in against Patterson. Not a very effective end run, so you see the zeros in there. Short pass. Jackson, he's not double teamed. Some blitz coming. It's a completion for 13 yards on the 5 white die. 1st and 10 up to the 17-yard line. Too tight versus 3-4. Robinson is your halfback. He has plenty of carries left. Short pass, guessed wrong. 4 men are home. It's complete for 16 yards to the 1. 1st and goal, Los Angeles. Full house backfield. It's Mixon and McNichols. Team likes to mix it up here. Linebuck to Mixon. He's guessed wrong. Gets 5. Touchdown. He has a 2 through 12 kicker with Gano. He's going to use him. And Gano ties it up. 10:30 left 4th quarter. We have a good one. It's been good the whole way. And look at that. 10-yard kickoff return. Seattle starts off at their own 11. Rams finish third in the league in kickoff coverage at 19 yards per return. Comes up there nicely. It's a long field for the Hawks. Decided kicking advantage here for the Rams. Long pass, Julio Jones. Nobody's back there. Guessed right. Julio. Not going to get a chance. Flushed out. 5 yards. 8% chance for Sue. Came up 42. Only Hargrave would have made that sack. Oh, Dunlap as well. But it didn't go to the right guy. Instead, 2nd and 5. Linebuck, Gordon, 2 men there. Guessed wrong. Guard makes the block, 3rd and 2. 9 minutes now left, 4th quarter. Third and short. 3rd in the league in long passing. 5th in running. Ingram is your back. We await the play call. Looking for 2 yards. Linebuck guessed right. 1 man there. Loss of 1. On Ingram's card, it's 4th and 3, and Seattle's going to be forced to punt it away. Johnson looking for a good boot. Gets it. 55 yards. Back to the 27-yard line is Rodgers. Fair catch again. 7 punts on the day for Seattle. And the Rams have a chance to take the lead here. Middle of the 4th quarter. Short pass. Evans. He's not doubled up. 3 men in zone. Guessed right. Going to be flushed. Gets 9 nice yards on first down. A nice first down for the Rams. 2nd and 1. Too tight with Mixon. We reach the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Flat pass Andrews. Nobody's home. Lots of blitz coming. Incomplete on that 10. Seeing that 10 come up a few times for Brady today. Now a 3rd and 1. Saw Brady sneak before. Not something he's really big on. Brady finished 49th in linebucks. Not blitzing in 3-4. Long pass to Gronk. Nobody's home. Guessed right. It's 40 yards for Gronk. There's the receiver hit. An unlikely one. But he gets it. And he'll take it. 40 big yards for Rob Gronkowski. Guessed right. Long pass up to the 24-yard line. Short pass, Andrews. 4 men in zone. Danger zone. Against this good defense, he's flushed. Opportunity here. Gets 10 yards. Up to the 14-yard line. 6 minutes left, 4th quarter. Defense was smelling a pick. Couldn't get it. 0% chance for Tillery on the outside. And 10 yards on the dump off. Looking pass. 2 men there for Gronk. Gets it to his receiver card for 10 yards. Down to the 4-yard line. Would have been receiver on either card. Offense or defense, even with 2 men in zone. Full house. 1st and goal from the 4. It's Mixon and McNichols. Blitzing on first down, not allowed here. Let's see if they let it go. They do. Guessed wrong. McNichols looking for 4 yards. Gets 7. Touchdown Rams. 5:06 left. Gano on for the extra point. And the kick is good on the 12. And it's 21-14. Again, 5:06 left, fourth quarter. 31-yard return. Nice one. This time, put Seattle out at the 33-yard line. Seattle really held to just one long touchdown drive today. Their other touchdown came on a punt return. Need to come up with one here. Blocking back versus 3-4. This first down play call. Usually speedy teams in terms of game flow. Flat pass, Max Williams. Nobody's home. Lots of blitzers. 7 yards again, and Max Williams making a few catches on his card today. 2nd and 3. Rams bring the blitz. It's Gordon and Everett in the backfield behind Wilson. Flat pass again to Max Williams. Nobody home this time. Blitzers are there again, and they get in there. Zach Cunningham gets credit for the sack caused by Poyer. It's 3rd and 7. Had a 0-man opportunity. The 37% sack cashes in. On this 3rd and 7, going to Gordon. Gets 10 big yards and a first down. Shredder, 3rd big block of the game. 1st and 10 up to 46. Now down to 3:36 left, fourth quarter. Flat pass, Julio Jones. Man is there this time. Just gets 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Too tight versus a 3-4 blitz. Just checking Badger's extra point. It's 2 through 11. Flat pass to Williams. Guessed wrong. Incomplete this time on Williams' card. Guessed wrong. 3rd and 8. Goes too tight versus a 3-3-5. Bobby Wagner will hold down the fort on a run up the middle, but not in the shotgun here. It's a flat pass to Williams. Nobody's home. Just needs 8 yards. It loses 1. 4th and 9. 3 minutes left. With 3 minutes left, you're going to have to go for it here. Make it 2:24 left, as he couldn't get out of bounds. Holds his timeout in case it doesn't. His timeouts in case this does not work out. That'll give him 4, counting the warning. Everett is in the backfield. He brings a 4 pass block. He'll be faced up on Quinn's 12-12. So that's something to keep an eye on here. Godwin versus a 4. It's a short pass to Everett, and he's uncovered. Here comes the blitz. He gets 14 yards. First down. Up to the 39, we hit the warning. Blocking back formation, Gordon and Everett. Blitzing 3-4, not allowed. Looks like they're playing on. I wouldn't want to face that blitz. Look and pass. One man is there. Guessed right. Back to Max Williams. Gets 5 yards. Up to 34. So 2 through 11 on the extra point. Want to check that just to see the likelihood of going for 2 here. If the score comes in, under 30 seconds or so. If he gets the score. Looking past Jones. Another 5 yards. Another first down. Up to the 29. Clock ticks down to 1:15. Both teams all their timeouts. Blitzing again on first. I mean, can you do that under 2 minutes maybe? Is that allowed? I don't know. Flat pass. Julio. Guessed right. Gets 10 on the 6 white die. Up to the 19. Out of bounds. 1:07 left. Gordon in the backfield again. It's an off tackle to Gordon. It's like a man is there. Guessed wrong. Short gain for 17 down to the 2. So, with 1 minute here, and Graham Gano on the other side, makes that 2-point conversion decision if it comes on this next play. A little bit more difficult. Let's see what happens. First things first, got to get in the end zone. Seattle third in the league in running on first and goal, 22nd in passing. They're going to go to Jeff Wilson. He is keyed. It's a good run D. Looking for an offensive lineman. Can't get it. Goes to Wilson's card. Back to the 4-yard line. Let's see who takes the timeout here. Soon we'll see another one from the Rams. Even though they're at the 4. And they do. It's a blitzing 3-4. Ingram and Wilson are your runners. That's Jeff Wilson. Probably not going to see Russ Wilson from here. It's an end run. Man is there. Linebacker can't make the play. Touchdown. Poyer couldn't make it. He's a 5. It was a 6 white die, and he's in 37 seconds. Going for 1. Badgley 2 through 11 to tie it up. The kick is good on the 2. Opposite sides of the miss. 24-yard return on the 12 roll. So good coverage pays off. 30 seconds to get in Gano range. Gano, best kicker in the set, probably. I mean, I guess probably want to have Tucker in the situation if you had anybody. But I mean, first choice, second choice, I don't know. Let's see. He's good out through the 38. 2 through 7-12. Yeah, Tucker would give you certainly more yardage, but no complaints for your kicker if you're the Rams. 1 timeout, though. Gainwell in. He's probably their best end runner, if I had to guess, knowing it's Mixon and Robinson as the other 2. Too tight here. Has max 5 plays to work with, but only 1 timeout, so that max is probably not going to come to fruition. Flat pass, Evans. Man is there. Against this good D. It's a 2 through 5 pick on 3 on the defensive card. Gets 6 yards. Could not get out of bounds. That's important. Hurry up takes him down to 8 seconds. So might need to burn that last one here. Spike it, I suppose. That would take you to 15. You'd feel pretty safe there on a coffin corner. He uses his timeout. Second and 4. Needs about 30 yards or so. Too tight. With Gainwell, let's take a closer look at Gainwell. He's not going to get you any home run threat, but he'll get you 14, 15 yards to the extent that helps you here. It's a long pass to Evans. 2 men back there. Looking for Brady's card. Doesn't get it. Incomplete. 3rd and 4, 15 seconds. Keeps Gainwell in. Your biggest home run threat's probably, if I had to guess, Robinson's line buck. Gainwell won't get you a big gain. So he dropped 2 men back before, and they can do that freely without penalty here against this too tight. End run Gainwell. Get 14, 15 yards if he's lucky. Gets 9. That's enough for the first down. Gets out of bounds. So you're going to play for the field goal here if you are the Rams, knowing now you're just 20-some yards away from pretty good field goal range. $20 yards is enough, and doesn't Robinson have some like a 20-yard gain on 4 or something? I really would like to know. No, he doesn't. Oh, there. Okay, this is the one I was thinking about here, and there is that line buck, 58 yards. Short gains, can't trust those. So it keeps Gainwell in. Gainwell in this spot. Can't go deep. You're not going to worry about him as a run threat at all. He's not in the shotgun. He brings you some blocking. Better than the other guys. 3 wide versus, 3-2-6 is the way to go. As we await the play call. Well, you can go to the flats, hope for a 6-10. You can go deep, hope to get it on Brady's card. Not much threat of an interception return that would cause problems. He goes short instead to Gronk. Not sure how he's going to get his 20 yards here. Gets sacked, no fumble happening. So that will do it. There's no way out to avoid overtime. So we go to overtime. Tied at 21. The ball is in the Rams' hands as they win the very quick toss. And they'll start out the 26-yard line. As far as I know, we have last year's NFL rules in effect, meaning a touchdown wins it on this first possession. 2 tight versus 3-4. Robinson comes in with some carries. Still has those 9 left that we checked on in the third quarter. It's an off tackle to Robinson. The man is there. Again, it goes to the defensive card, 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Robinson still managed a 5-yard average. Flat pass Gronk. 1 man there, incomplete on that 10. Brings up a 3rd and 6. As I look at my notes, about the game, the notes suggest the dice have been working against the Rams here more than they've been working against the Hawks. 3 wide, not in the shotgun with Mixon. On this 3rd down and 6 yards to go. See something out in the flats here? See something deep? That 0 pass block. That's why I'm thinking flats, but 0 from Mixon. Let's see what we got. The play call from Nathan on this 3rd and 6 is a short pass. So neither of those things. 4 men in zone. Looking for Brady's card, doesn't get it. It goes to the defensive card. Interception at the 45 is Joe Hayden. He can take it in if he gets a 2 or a 12. He doesn't. He gets 20 yards into field goal range at the 25-yard line. Seattle is set up here to head to the finals. Take a look at Badgley. He gets good inside that 32-yard line. Yeah, 2 through 9, 12. Doesn't really improve, though, until inside the 22. Guest right run here for Wilson. Nobody's in zone. Loses a yard. 2nd and 11. Still no variable risk. Take him behind 32. At this point, he only goes, worst case scenario, the 31. A blitzing 3-4. Interesting situation here. Off tackle. All the linebackers up. It's Gordon. He finds his short gain up to the 15-yard line. Still 2 through 9, 12. You'll play on if you are Seattle. Don't want to hit that 10. Gordon in the backfield. See, Gordon and Wilson both can fumble. They're above max. Not obscene by any stretch, but they can fumble. Trying to get to the 7-yard line. You'd feel really good there. In terms of field goal chance. It's a key of Gordon. A 41 fumble does not come to be on the 427 on 1,000 dice, 2nd and 8. Blitzing 3-4 with Ingram now, who presumably has a lower fumble. It's a linebacker to Wilson. Makes sense to me. 3 yards. Up to the 10. Nice spot to be in here because the flat pass remains alive on this 3rd and 5. Inside the 12-yard line. Has some variable risk, but it does increase the field goal chances for Badgley markedly. Blocking back versus 3-4. And we wait the play call. It's a line buck to Ingram, and he's keyed Wilson 3 yards to the 7. So you've eliminated variable risk at the 7. That's really where you wanted to be, as you heard me say before. Badgley on for the winning field goal from 24 yards. The kick is good. And Seattle advances to face Portland in the final. We'll invite the guys on the broadcast. We'll see as they come in. Felt like the Rams had the yardage advantage here. And barely. 292 to 276. A little bit more to me. But I guess that last drive tied up for Seattle. Made up a lot of that gap. See, Brady finished 46%. And Nathan has come in. Welcome, Nathan. All right, your thoughts.
That's kind of how I figured it'd be. Real close game. Tough to score. Seems like it's always tough to score when me and Dennis play.
It was tough sledding for you in offense, I thought. I mean, sorry, Dennis. I thought I added you to the stream. Pop out. The first downs for you were particularly troublesome most of the game. I mean, you're facing a lot of 2nd and 10s, a lot of 2nd and 9s, a lot of guess wrong running for Robinson going to the defensive card. Just couldn't get out of your own way on those first downs, I thought. And then your receivers didn't really help you until Gronk found the 40. A lot of drops.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dennis does a really good job of, doubling a lot, which is part of why I started off in a 3-wide, just to make it a little more difficult. But
you had to figure out who you're going to double of those 4s. With AJ Green and Deshaun Jackson. You had me a couple times deep where 0-minute zone, but it just didn't land, like Anthony said. And I really thought you had me though. After all that bad luck, finding blanks on Brady's cards or on your receivers' cards in the first half, I had an opportunity to make it a 2-score lead. Did that end run with Jeff Wilson. I thought I had Mark Ingram in there.
I was too. I was like, that's not a very good card for him to run.
No, it's not. It's not. But I have this custom CM that Ed helped me figure out how to build these, and I forgot that I had an automatic substitution for Jeff Wilson in that time of the game. So you can put guys in the third quarter, fourth quarter, and so Jeff Wilson was auto subbed as the halfback. But anyway, I should have known that. And then after that turnover on downs, you come down, get a touchdown, then you take a lead with another touchdown. I just thought that, okay, he's got me on the ropes. With all the trouble you were having on offense. Remember, 7 of my points came on a punt return touchdown. I was having a devil of the time trying to.
Yeah,
move
you
the
had
ball
some
as
guess
well.
wrong bombs that missed early too.
I did as well. Yep. But it's hard to complete a long pass in the NFL or in frozen tundra. So it was a fun game. I hope that you enjoyed broadcasting it, Anthony. It had a lot of turning points, a lot of ups and downs, and I was just lucky to get that pick in overtime. I almost, if there would have been less time left, I would have gone for 2.
Yeah.
But not with that much time. I said, well, he can still come down and get a field goal, hit one long pass. And that first play, the very first play after I tied it up, was an 8 roll. It was you were doing a flat pass or a run or something. And if you would have been going deep, there was no 1X or nothing. So that would have got you in the field goal range, probably. Or at least made it a lot closer, a lot more dramatic. But
yeah, I mean, it felt like, Nathan, you were climbing the hill all game, and you reached the summit. And I mean, how many Brady flat pass 10s were there? Right? Guessed right. Must have been 3.
The sacks were getting me pretty good. That's the one that I didn't really expect with. I mean, he's got some good pass rushers, but it was kind of like a lot of the opportune matchups at times when they were the only guys. Like the Yannick Ngakoue got me a couple. That was like the only guy over 8%.
If Joe Mixon had a pass block rating on him instead of a 0, that would have been like 5% instead of 50%. So,
yeah.
And then there was times where like my 12 was beating your 7. The 12 was
that one was rough too, and I think that was on a flat, which was like I definitely looked at that one extra long.
Yeah, and you got me back on a flat as well. So
but I bet it wasn't against a 7.
I don't think
that was certainly noticeable. The flat passing game, and you both adjusted. I mean, both of you generally don't leave your linebackers in zone, but you both kept them back there for more than usual, it seemed. Max Williams, you're just religiously going to him, Dennis. What were
Yeah,
you seeing?
that was my comment on the post game. I was going to say, well, Max Williams wasn't as good as Gronk, and that's why I lost, because that was the guy that I didn't feel like he was going to double when he's covered by a 6, and his card is average at best, but he came through for me.
He was making guessed right completion after guessed right completion, but then he missed a key one at one point, guessed wrong, which I think brought you to a 4th down. But
right.
Yeah, he was getting him, and you were. I mean, I assume, Nathan, you were looking for Evans so much in the flats because he was facing the 6. You eventually went away from the look in and started going flat, in danger of getting that -4 or whatever. But you kept pumping it to him out there. And he was dropping him too. I think he dropped one guess wrong as well.
When I face someone who doubles a lot, I'm more likely to throw the flats, and this isn't like some trade secret. This is just, I want to be able to kill you against the 4s and the 0s on the bomb. So if you want to double me on the flats, those are the guys.
Right.
But you better be ready for, bombs against 4s. And I have a lot of options.
Play of the game. I thought 4th down, I'm trailing by 7. Instead of the usual bring the house, Nathan shadowed a quarterback, and I don't know what he did, but kept his outside guys home, I think.
The dump off.
Yeah, no, this was the short pass completion plus 14.
Yeah, that was.
If you brought the house there, that could have been a sack and game over.
I definitely should have brought it. But, a lot of these plays when you're coaching against people and vice versa, when you're coaching and you know what your own tendencies are and what people, know you are willing to do, it opens up a lot of things that wouldn't normally be open. Like when people complain, oh, I've got, let's say Patrick Mahomes, but I can't complete more than 50% of my passes and they're all flat passes. And it's because you're not, mixing in enough stuff to make them, not sit on what's their best thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
And like, you on 3rd downs, you're probably one of the best. I don't know the numbers. I assume you're one of the best in the league because you, as far as, guess wrong and getting yourself in a good position. If you don't get a 1st, to at least get a 4th and short, because people, don't adjust. Like probably don't call enough run against you on 3rd down. And you mix in a lot of different stuff. Just because Russell's bad, you're not going to not throw flat. That keeps me from bringing the house like I would normally against at least 60% of every league I'm in. I'd bring everyone, maybe one guy would stay.
Yeah, and that's, being able to adjust and do things that may not be the best percentage-wise in a neutral situation, but you just want to make sure that the guy has something to think about. In our regular season game, you ran all over me with James.
It's all 3 guys, I think.
Yeah, Gainwell, Robinson, all of them had like 6 point whatever yards per carry. So I was determined to call more run. But when you came out in 3 wide, I didn't have to. At least at first, I was getting those. When you were running, guessed wrong, it was the white die was bailing me out. So I feel like I had a lot of bailouts today. I got those bailouts. You missed some bombs. You couldn't complete 3rd downs. So, Brady's under 50%. All those things add up. But even so, if I didn't have that last drive, I very easily could have been the other way around. And this game was like you said, going to be. I had a feeling
the last 3 games in a row have been literally like this.
Yeah.
We always in both frozen thunder games.
Yeah. So, it was great. Win or lose,
You even look at my tendencies when we're playing. I don't even really. No. I don't think I might look before the game once, and that's it.
I didn't. Sometimes I'll ask Anthony something for a certain matchup. What is this guy as far as this or that? If I'm wondering, because he's a spreadsheet master. But for this, we've played each other so much. It's like,
I know. I feel like it's worthless a lot of the time.
Yeah, you're almost setting yourself up if you look too hard at those things.
Yeah.
So.
Well, great game, guys. I enjoyed calling it. You got Portland next week. Dennis, did you guys play in the regular season?
I think we did. I think I had lost a close one, but it might have been one of those games that was flattering to deceive, as they say in England. Uh, I think I got a score late to make it look better than it was. Yeah, so I was losing 31-10. Then I got a fourth quarter touchdown with 4:30 to go to make it 31-17. Then I got another stop. I got another touchdown with a minute left, so 31-25. But it was a blowout. You know what I mean? One of those games.
Yep.
So.
400 yards. Just 9 completions for Wilson in the game. Wow. Interesting. This one was Brady at 48%. I mean, when you're facing 3rd and 10 every time, I mean, which it felt like you were so often for the first 3 quarters. I mean, that's what it's going to be against a good pass D, against a good coach. And again, the receivers just were not. You got good receivers. They were not bringing it in. They were just not bringing it. I would say they probably brought in 30% today, 35%.
Yeah, it was bad.
Of their opportunities.
Yeah, on the receiver cards, you mean?
Yeah, on the receiver cards. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I did kind of. I don't know. I don't necessarily notice. I mean, I did feel like they were missing some for sure. Mostly more in the key spots is when it hurts. Obviously, the pass rush and the sort of weak running game probably did end more than anything. I felt like I was getting some defender roles later in the game that I wasn't getting early in the game.
And Dennis, you had a number of stops with your fours. Fours were wild there for the first 3 quarters. There's flat passes, fours, short passes, fours. They were making the plays. They were making the plays today, early on especially.
Yeah, they got beat a little bit in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Yeah, later on. But you're right.
I was hitting some later.
And
there wasn't one receiver you mentioned was the Gronk roll.
Yeah,
and I was like,
and there wasn't a lot of dump offs, which Nathan, I'm sure you're used to getting a lot.
Yeah, I got like 4 sevens on my line or something like that. I mean, I don't know.
So that was another story.
4th in the league in dump off attempts, Nathan, coming in the regular season. It's harder when you're getting sacked. That's how you stop it.
I guess I only have three sevens if I have my lot out.
Yeah.
So that it'll be, the game against Jason will just depend on if I can avoid the picks, and if I can stop his offense, because that offense is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, you've got some pass rushers, so
pass rush, yeah, you got the pass rush.
He's got Chubb and who's the other guy? Deebo Samuel. He
puts Deebo and Chubb in the full house, which is a great idea. I love that.
Yeah.
I did that in SSFA with Saquon, and I had someone else who could catch.
Deebo. I think Deebo.
Who's your right linebacker, Dennis? Who would cover Deebo in a full house?
It's not TJ Watt's the other one.
It's either Watt or Golden.
Golden.
One of those guys. See, they kind of mirror images of each other.
You don't need to cover him. Just blitz him.
put a free safety on him.
If you can talk him into throwing flat against you, you'll be doing better than you would otherwise.
Yeah, it's going to come down to if I get some brace, I get a Grant punt return touchdown or something like that, and I'm able to pick him off instead of the other way around, then it'll be a good one. But we all know that's a juggernaut. I think we all expected them to either win the championship or to face one of us, in the playoffs at some point and get diced. But that's about it. Those are the two true outcomes of this matchup. So,
all right, guys. Anything else to add?
That's it. Great job. Thanks for broadcasting. And I think we got every single Frozen Tundra playoff game broadcast practically from the quarterfinals on. So
one way or the other. Yeah, no doubt. All right. Congratulations, Dennis.
Congratulations, guys.
Go do too, Duke. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
I always like to see how good coaches play.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it was fun. All right, guys.
All right. Appreciate it.
Talk to you soon.
All right. That's it For the Frozen Tundra semifinal, Seattle advances 24-21 in overtime. We will certainly see you for the final. Perhaps that takes place over the weekend. Until then.